Good evening, friends. My name is Jyotsna. I'm currently pursuing BTech third year in Yale University, and my specialization is cloud and edge computing. So, I have done a project in cloud and edge computing. The project name is Building a Serverless Meme Card Game, and this project is completely an entertaining meme card game where players need to identify and match the identical cards, and the game employs a serverless architecture for scalability, cost effectiveness, and ease of maintenance. The main objective of this game is to develop a serverless meme card game where players can match identical cards by flipping their positions. The description of the game here goes: the complete project is about developing a meme card game, like identifying the identical cards, and these identical cards are not placed at the same position, but to find the identical cards, we need to flip the positions of the each and every card and to check the card. And the code is written and the repository is deployed in the GitHub. We need to create a S3 bucket and store the details of code in S3 and enable the static web hosting. And by using the code pipeline service, we will establish the connection to GitHub and deploy the game. So, custom architecture design. We use AWS Lambda for serverless compute, Amazon S3 for storing game assets and code, Amazon API Gateway for creating RESTful APIs, and AWS Code Pipeline for automating deployment from GitHub. And we can consider the AWS Lambda and API Gateway as an option for including in this architecture design. By simply using the S3 bucket and code pipeline, we can easily create the game. And the list of serverless services utilized: Lambda, S3, API Gateway, and Code Pipeline. Here also, we can simply utilize S3 and Code Pipeline to develop the serverless architecture game. And the detailed procedural steps here go: we need to develop a game logic and a user interface. So, we store the assets and the code in S3 and enable the static web hosting on S3, implement Lambda functions for game logic, create RESTful APIs using API Gateway, connect GitHub repository to code pipeline, and configure code pipeline for automated deployments. Let's see this procedure in the AWS console management. Let's go to S3. We can see here three buckets are already present, and my meme game Jyotsna is a S3 bucket where I have stored the entire code. See, you can observe the images, index.html code, script.js, style.css, and readme.md file, which contains the description of the project. We can see the images that we have used for the user interface. Let's go back. Index.html. We couldn't able to see the code here, but yeah, in my GitHub repository we can see the code. Yeah, this is the code I have written for index.html, where I have created just the introduction, and cards will be here present in the 17th line. It will be generated. We can observe this in the script.js file. Let's go to the script.js file. The images that we have imported, we can see the images that we have written the code for the images in script.js file, and each and every time different types of images will be generated, and every time the cards will be shuffling, and the logic is written here for every time when you play the game the cards will be shuffled, and the flipping card logic is written here. When the card chosen, then we'll push that into the logic, and when we choose the next card, if the first chosen card and the second chosen card are same, then the two cards will be removed from the user interface. If not same, the first card will be same and the second card will be same. Again we'll go back to the same. The whole logic is written here. Function check for the match. Constant first card ID and the second card ID, we can observe here that the code is written very clearly to check the cards. And let's go to the style.css. We just simply using the font family background color very simply, and the grid columns are designed based on the rows and columns style. Card width, background and everything is card background color, border radius, everything is set as per the style.css. Image length, visibility, height, width, everything is set. And yeah, start game. The start game CSS also had been written. So yeah, this is the code that I have using while implementing the project. Let's go back to the AWS management console, and let's see the permissions that I have given for the properties and permissions that I have given for this particular bucket. Properties. I just had enabled the static website hosting. Let's see. I have enabled host a static website, and the index document name is index.html. That's it. Very simple. Let's go back. We can access the website through this link. I'll show you at the end of this video. In the permissions that we have taken, yeah, we have taken the block public access bucket settings, and the block public access is off. We can see this here. And the bucket policy, we need to allow a principal, public read get object, and action is only to get the object, and the resource is my name game Jyotsna. This is my bucket name. This is my bucket name. So yeah, this is the bucket policy that I have mentioned. That's it. Now let's see how I deployed this. I deployed this through using the code pipeline. We can see I have created a code pipeline which name is the meme game Jyotsna. The source is GitHub version, my GitHub repo, and we have deployed here. Let's see these details. See, you can observe that I have taken the entire code from my GitHub repository. You can observe this here. And when I have done some changes in my GitHub repo, the changes will be automatically implemented here. So that's why it's showing true here. Done. And I have deployed through Amazon S3. Let's view the details. The deployment is succeeded. In the bucket name, I have done the deployment of S3 bucket, and the bucket name is mentioned here that we have seen in our previous 3 minutes video. And the action did not provide output. The output will be seen here. Let's go back to my S3 bucket. Let's go to the permissions. Okay, now permissions, properties, static web hosting, copy this link. Okay, this is the output of the user interface game that we have created. Let's start the game. Okay, let's flip the card. Let's find the same card. Both cards are same, so they will disappear from this interface. Let's flip another card. The card I have flipped right now is not same as the first card that I have flipped, so no change. So see, these cards have been disappeared. See, these two are same, they have disappeared. Same disappeared again. Same. So when you have completed the game, congratulations, you have found them all. You'll get the notification like this and click on OK. Again, you are back to start the game again. And this is the complete meme matching game that have been created. Thank you all. I hope you found this project useful. Thank you once again.